God.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most jaw-dropping moments from young Sheldon.
I never talked to my father about what I saw that day, but from then on, I added extra knocks so people could get their pants on.
Number 10. Mary hides the Caltech letter from Sheldon. While looking for a flashlight, Sheldon finds a letter from Caltech in his mom's nightstand. With some help from Missy, he learns that the university wants to enroll him.
Now tell me what was in that letter.
You're pretty cranky for a princess rodeo clown.
Missy!
Caltech wants you to go to school there.
Really?
They want to talk to mom and dad about it.
It is quite appalling that Mary would keep such a big secret from her son. Yes, he can be persistent when he sets his sights on something, but doesn't he have a right to know?
How could you not tell me that Caltech wants me to go to school there?
Because you're not going, so it doesn't matter.
So I don't get a say in this?
Actually, no. Which is why that letter is addressed to the parents of Sheldon Cooper.
Worse still, Mary doesn't even include George in the matter, and she's been hiding more than one letter. We understand that sending her baby away ignited her mama bear instincts, but we're with George on this.
So, you just want to ship our baby boy off to California to live by himself.
I want to be included in decisions about his future. If that means California, maybe I'll go with him.
No wonder Sheldon felt closer to his dad at this moment.
I want Dad.
Come on, let's get you back in bed.
Number 9. Sheldon chooses MIT. Anyone who watched Big Bang knows that Sheldon Cooper is a staunch atheist and has no respect for an MIT education.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sheldon Cooper. I'm the actual brains behind this project. Also, engineers aren't real scientists. MIT is a trade school, and the Death Star is from Star Wars, not Star Trek.
That's why we were astonished to learn he'd been baptized, and even more so that he'd once considered enrolling in MIT. Sheldon initially has a tough time narrowing down grad schools, but eventually whittles it down to Caltech or MIT.
I've narrowed it down to Caltech and MIT. Geographically equidistant, so the travel time home would be about the same. Caltech has Stephen Hawking, which is exciting, but he doesn't want a Nobel Prize, unlike Henry Kendall of MIT, who recently did.
However, one look at the snowstorm outside Boston's airport, and they're off to sunny California.
Caltech?
Caltech!
This was still a huge shock to the Big Bang Theory fans, who spent 12 seasons listening to Sheldon disparage the university and its alumni. After all those years of taunting, what would Howard have said if he knew the truth?
Come on, you might have gone to school for a couple more years than me, but guess what? Engineers are just as smart as physicists.
You take that back.
No.
Number 8. George and Mary's explosive fight. As Mary once told George,
Wake up! No marriage is a bed of roses.
while this is certainly true, this particular bed of roses has a lot of thorns. After a stressful day at work, Mary comes home to even more chaos, leading to a fight with George.
It would be nice if I didn't have to come home after a long day at work and take care of everything here.
You didn't. I was handling it till you came and bulldozed right over me.
Unfortunately, when Georgie comes home, he accidentally reignites their argument and gets stuck in the crossfire. No one wants to get caught between their parents arguing, and this one's particularly nasty. Mary berates George for not pulling enough weight at home. He fires back, airing out all his grievances about how his life's turned out.
Did I want to get stuck coaching high school football? Did I want to live across the street from your mother? Did I want to spend my evening getting yelled at by my daughter and my son and my wife?
Then he drops the harshest truth that Mary couldn't care less about his feelings before storming out.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were so unhappy.
Because you never bothered to ask.
Number 7. Mary miscarries. In season 2, Mary learns that she and George are expecting another child.
Well,
what?
I'm trying to say it.
You woke me up. Spill it or I'm going back to bed.
I'm pregnant.
I'm awake now.
George is completely caught off guard, but he steps up to ensure their growing family will be taken care of.
Are you kidding me?
Keep your voice down.
Are you kidding me?
Look, I was a little thrown too, but Pastor Jeff said...
Pastor Jeff knows before me.
With the financial worries eased, he can finally get excited over the new arrival. However, just as he prepares to share his news with Mary, she drops a devastating revelation of her own.
I lost the baby.
Oh.
We felt like we were right there with George, soaking in the shock. Considering Sheldon never mentioned a third sibling in Big Bang, we had to assume that something like this might have happened. Even so, our hearts shattered into a million pieces for the couple.
It turns out I don't need that raise.
What happened? You win the lottery?
No.
Oh, George. I am so sorry.
Number 6. Connie gets arrested. We were as stunned as the rest of the Coopers when Georgie and his Meemaw got arrested at the Mexican border.
Georgie and I ran into a little problem at the border.
What border?
The Mexican one. We got arrested.
What?
Who is it?
But that was nothing compared to the time the cops caught Connie trying to evade arrest when they came snooping around her business. Yes, she had been running an illegal gambling room, but Officer Rutledge had promised to look the other way in exchange for a share of the profits. Nevertheless, he's the one who blabs.
That greedy rat of a cop I was paying off.
Rutledge? He's the one who flipped on you.
Son of a bitch. You can't even trust a dirty cop these days.
Connie ends up on house arrest and loses her entire livelihood. Fortunately for her, barring one weekend, when the judge is out of town, she manages to avoid jail time. Luckily, Connie Tucker is one tough cookie.
Will it give her a little zap?
No.
Well, how's she gonna learn?
Will it beep if I kill him?
As long as it's within 50 yards, go for it.
Number 5. Dr. Sturgis has a breakdown. Airing in tandem with the Big Bang Theory finale, where Sheldon and Amy receive their Nobel Prize, this young Sheldon episode takes a more somber tone. In it, Dr. Sturgis, triggered by the upcoming Nobel announcements, experiences an episode of emotional distress. Connie initially learns about his past mental health challenges from Dr. Linkletter and later finds him on the roof doing Tai Chi.
What kind of struggle are we talking about?
The kind where he's had to be hospitalized.
Well, he never said anything about that to me.
Well, I certainly wouldn't fabricate such a story.
Only in his grief, he starts to imagine neutrinos and the like floating around him.
Tomorrow, somebody will win the Nobel Prize about these particles, not me. But I'm experiencing them firsthand.
We were as thrown as Connie to see him so upset, and we definitely felt for him. We really hope that knowing he was right about Sheldon brings him some comfort in the future.
It was my dream to win the Nobel, and I'm not going to. I bet Sheldon will.
Number 4. Connie's house gets destroyed. The season 6 finale had us on the edge of our seats as a tornado tore through Medford.
Everybody, follow me, come on.
Are we all gonna fit in there?
Maybe God will provide a miracle.
Georgie and Mandy seek shelter with her parents, Pastor Jeff joins Connie and others in the gambling room, and Missy and George take cover on the roadside. We were relieved when the storm lightened up and everyone was okay. However, as Connie and Dale drove down the road to check out the damage, they were in for a major shock.
Mary's house looked okay.
Boy, it was a big one. Oh, Connie, I'm so sorry.
Yes, it is just things, and luckily no one was home. But seeing your home totally destroyed is undoubtedly a devastating blow. Even more so for Connie, who realizes her hidden stash of cash is among the ruins.
And money?
Oh no. Oh, my money.
Oh, calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down. Help me pick it up.
All right, all right.
Number 3. The script gets flipped on Sheldon's 3 knocks. In season 10 of The Big Bang Theory, Sheldon reveals the origins of his 3 knocks to Penny.
I heard a sound coming from my parents' bedroom. When I opened the door, I saw my father having relations with another woman.
While it was a shocking revelation at the time, it just didn't sound like the George we'd come to know and love on young Sheldon. Still, George's relationship with his neighbor Brenda Sparks seemed to be building in that direction. So we waited to see how this would all play out. What we didn't expect was for the writers to reinterpret the whole thing. Instead of George straying, they hit us with a major plot twist, spinning it all as a colossal misunderstanding on Sheldon's part.
Are you sure your wife won't come home?
I'm sure. Yeah. Oh, Helga.
We definitely didn't see it coming, but kudos to the writers for their creative retconning skills.
I never talked to my father about what I saw that day, but from then on, I added extra knocks so people could get their pants on.
Number 2, Mary breaks down. Unfortunately, there is one Big Bang storyline they couldn't write their way out of, George's fate.
He had a heart attack.
He's okay, right?
He's gone.
We knew it was coming, so the first 2 times George suffered heart attacks in the series set our pulse racing. Sadly, the 3rd time turns out to be fatal. Mary spends most of the subsequent episode processing her loss and taking care of preparations for the funeral, but mostly keeping her emotions at bay. However, when she gets up to speak in front of the mourners, everything she'd been holding back comes spilling out, and it's heart-wrenching.
George and I had our ups and downs, but we were finally in such a good place. And then he left. He left all of us. How could you do that?
We're so used to seeing Mary so in control, so seeing her break down this way makes us hurt inside too.
I'm so mad at him. I'm mad at God. I'm mad at myself for not trying harder while he was here. This wasn't supposed to happen.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Mary and Audrey baptize Cece. PSA, making decisions for someone else's child behind their back? Not cool.
Go. And the Holy Spirit. Amen. In your face, Catholics.
Sheldon falls behind his classmates. We never thought we'd see the day that Sheldon Lee Cooper would be dubbed Class Doomkopf.
You forgot to consider the Calabi-Yau manifold.
Thank you, Mr. Ziegler.
Wait, what's the Calabi-Yau manifold?
Georgie proposes to Mandy. Who wouldn't be taken aback by a spontaneous proposal?
There's something else you could do for my birthday.
I had a baby 2 weeks ago. No.
Not that.
Then what?
Marry me.
Darlene cheats on Coach Wayne Wilkins, but they seem so happy, so in love.
Whatever's going on, it'll blow over.
She's cheating on me. You sure? Oh, man. I'm sorry, that's terrible. With my best friend, that's even more terrible.
Sheldon taunts Paige. It's not that we're condoning violence or anything, but he kinda had this one coming.
I bet you think the divorce is all your fault, and now your family is torn apart forever. Did I do it? Did I get under your skin?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Mandy tells Georgie she's pregnant. Georgie and Mandy first meet at the laundromat and hit it off right away. Only one problem. They've both lied about their age. Fudging a few years is one thing, but claiming to be over 18 when you're not is like opening Pandora's box.
How old are you?
25.
21.
I was worried you were going to say 19.
Oh, no, I promise I'm not 19.
Of course, she's horrified to learn the truth and kicks him out. When he tries to apologize again, she hits him with some life-altering news.
Can we talk?
We better.
What's going on?
I'm pregnant.
This isn't the first time Georgie's dealt with a pregnancy scare, but he's so stunned that he immediately goes into denial. He can ask Mandy to take all the pregnancy tests he wants, but it still doesn't change the reality. They're going to be parents.
Sometimes these things ain't accurate. Maybe take another one.
Here you go.
2 is convincing, but 3.
I'm pregnant, Georgie.
Which young Sheldon moment was so shocking that you're still trying to pick your jaw up off the floor? Let us know in the comments.
How could you do that?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.